This is the Kabir Kash Tapa Desert of Afghanistan. This desert is going to become the largest producer of wheat, fruits, vegetables, and agricultural land in Afghanistan with the completion of Kash Tepe Canal. Kash Tepe now accept desert, dirt, and sand is nothing else. This time, this grassless desert will turn into a completely green area. For now, when we look around the Kash Tepe Canal, we can see nothing but a grassless desert, where not even the sound of a bird can be heard, except for a few thorn bushes. And the endless pines that created the Kashini Desert, it is difficult to imagine that this Kashini Desert is going to be turned into a green area and a recreation area. In this giant desert, several recreational gardens will be created, which will attract people from all corners of the world. It is next to the country. Increasing deserts and harsh areas to green and forested areas means increasing food security, increasing rainfall, increasing the amount of crops, reducing soil erosion, and reducing land degradation. That's why achieving such a goal is very important. By turning dry areas into forest areas, more space will be created for the continuation of forest species, and the biodiversity of these areas will increase. By turning this desert into a green and forest area, it will increase rainfall and then increase the level of fresh water resources. It is possible that such an event can solve the problem of lack of water resources to a great extent, which can greatly contribute to self-sufficiency and increase the domestic production of the country. With the opening of the Kash Tapa Canal, a window of hope has been found for the residents of the place. The people who spent years in war and despair are very happy today with the construction of the Kash Tepe Canal, and once again, there is hope for the future, and we can. On the faces of every person in this place, the opening of the Kash Tepe Canal has created a lot of people around them, and thousands of people are busy working in this place every day. Kash Tapa to the AMUC facilitates trade by ship to the neighboring countries, which doubles the trade exchange between the neighboring countries and increases the country's economic growth. A lot of construction has started around the Kash Tepe Canal, and one of these constructions is the construction of a railway line. This railway line is of an electric type, which is used for the commercial properties of Uzbekistan and Afghanistan. Its length is up to the Mazar-e-Sharif airport. Afghan engineers have been used in the construction and reconstruction of this railway line, and the materials used in the construction of this railway line are domestic. Mazar-Haraitan railway line that passes over the Kash Tepe channel. The height of this railway bridge is 8.85 meters, and its length is about 100 meters, and has 16 bases, and another bridge has been built over this canal, which is called the Public Bridge. The foundation of this bridge has been excavated for about 25 meters, because it has been excavated so much that there is no concrete point here, and the foundations of the bridge need more depth to be strong. In the construction of this canal, 3,800 cars and almost 5,000 people worked daily. The favorable climate and fertile lands have attracted people to rent the land around the Kash Tepe Canal, which has farms such as cotton and gardens built around the Kash Tepe Canal. The area of the agricultural complex and industrial parks should be built. The Kash Tepe to Ankoy Canal is about 285 kilometers long. It also includes several aqueducts, irrigation buildings, and, if possible, the creation of electric dams. Also, the Kash Tepe Canal has attracted people from all over the country for tourism and recreation, and the development of local people's economy. Today, the majority of countries in the world are facing a water shortage and crisis. Afghanistan is one of the countries that has a roaring sea and many fertile lands, but in most parts and cities of Afghanistan, people are facing a water shortage and crisis. This trend has been going on for years, which continues. The field of water resources management must adapt to the current and future issues that water allocation faces. As the uncertainties of global climate change and the long-term effects of management actions increase, decision-making will become more difficult. It is likely that ongoing climate change will lead to situations which we have not encountered so far, will result in alternative management strategies to avoid water barriers should be pursued. One of the biggest concerns about resources in the future is the sustainability of the allocation of current and future resources. As water becomes more scarce, the importance of its management increases greatly. Finding a balance between the needs of humans and what the environment needs is an important step in the sustainability of water resources. With the opening of the Ghosh-Tepe Canal, people's hopes for the future of Afghanistan have increased. Currently, 5.1 billion cubic meters of AMU seawater flows to Uzbekistan, 49.6 billion cubic meters to Tajikistan, and 1.5 billion cubic meters to Turkmenistan. This canal, which starts from Kaldar district of Balkh province and passes through the dry plains of the port town of Harayatan, Daulat Abad Balkh, and Akche district of Jauzian, will reach Ankoy district of Faryab province and will irrigate more than 500,000 hectares of agricultural land. The people of Afghanistan hope to have complete control over their seas and water resources. Afghanistan's water resources need a complete, accurate, and correct management, because today, 70% of Afghanistan's water flows to neighboring countries, while Afghanistan uses only 30% of its own water. The seas of Afghanistan have a production capacity of 310,000 megawatts of electricity, but currently 75% of Afghanistan's electricity is imported. If Afghanistan produces the electricity it needs from domestic sources, besides saving millions of dollars in imported electricity, they will provide great areas for production savings. Afghanistan has the largest electricity resources in the region, but relies on imported electricity from Central Asian countries and Iran. Out of the 310,000 megawatts of electricity production capacity in the country, more than 23,000 megawatts can be produced from water resources, more than 200,000 megawatts from the sun, and more than 68,000 megawatts from wind sources in the country. Now, the need of the whole country for electric energy is 11,000 megawatts, but it can be seen that luckily a little of this energy is produced from domestic sources. What is very important is that thousands of acres of land around the Ghosh-Tepe Canal are supposed to be turned into a green area where for years thousands of fish are supposed to be thrown into the water of Ghosh-Tepe Canal. This will help the country's economy significantly. Fish production is created at a very high capacity. That helped for internal use, and it will continue to be exported abroad. To build a fish farm, you need a lot of water and suitable land, and the Ghosh-Tepe Canal, with plenty of water and suitable land, creates a good environment for creating a fish farm. Fish is one of the richest sources of protein among people's food. It is very important to create a fish farm to increase the quality of food. The limitation of water resources and the need to increase fish production in the country requires that from the available water resources, it should be done in accordance with the principle of sustainable exploitation. Thanks for watching.